Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's what I'm going to do. It's a game without a lot of story. I don't have to worry about me or Sauce talking over it.
What the hell is going on? Where's our air support? Get those forward guns going. Why aren't those rear batteries firing? Somebody get General Wilson on the horn.
Colonel Fury.
Doom, I'll have your head for this.
I have little time for your petty threats, Colonel.
You're terrible.
Surrender your ship now, or I shall destroy it.
I prefer to call them evil demonic mermaids, Cody.
This is a priority alert to all metahumans. UN and Alpha request immediate assistance.
Thor, take care of those gunships. Spider-Man, draw them towards the stern.
Sure thing. I just love being the target.
Wolverine, you do it, Boy Scout. I don't take orders from you.
Soulless machine? How dare you strike the son of Odin?
Show off. Excuse me, is this the ferry to Staten Island? Hey, Cap, looks like you could use some help.
We're not in
Scares
water.
me.
He didn't even ruin his t-shirt.
What are you girls looking at?
Hello everyone and welcome to one of my favorite games of all time, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is one of my favorite RPGs and the strongest entry in this franchise. Ow! What the fuck? I bit. That being said, I recorded this audio, this gameplay, during a morning stream with FF Awesome Sauce, so there's a lot of me talking in the background that I can't remove. It's mixed into the game audio at this point, and I am not going to go through the hassle of trying to get it out of there. So you're just going to have to settle for me talking in two different places. It's almost going to be like I'm sitting here talking to myself. It'll be great. So, anyway, with that being said, I love Marvel Ultimate Alliance. For those of you who have never played, it is an RPG, kind of in the vein of Diablo. It is a dungeon crawler RPG where you go through level after level. The only difference is you have a party of 4 at all times, and you get to choose that party of 4 from this roster of heroes that you see me selecting through right now. So I'm going through and I'm picking all these heroes. One of the cool things about this game is the fact that I could play it in 4-player co-op if I wanted. Right now I do not have other people playing with me. I am playing by myself. At one point I was extremely good at speedrunning this game, and I'm probably not so anymore. But I used to know quite a bit about this game. I used to know every nook, every cranny, every power-up, everything that you can possibly imagine. So as I go through, I will be collecting a good deal of them. While I don't remember every single one, I'm still going to be going for a 100% playthrough. Anything I miss, I will go back and get in later videos, and I will definitely have to put those in and file them away. So, with that being said, here we go. This is my starting team. Doctor Strange, Deadpool, Mr. Fantastic, and the Incredible Hulk. So, for those of you who do not know, the Hulk was not in the original game, in the original release. He was later added as DLC in the Heroes Pack, and he's one of the game's best characters, in my opinion. He is gigantic, he is huge, and he is just damn near overwhelming. That being said, the first couple times I went through this game, I was younger, I was in high school, and I was very vain, so there were several characters I did not go through and try. Mr. Fantastic being one of them, but damn if he's not OP, and now that I've been replaying the game recently, I've really fallen in love with him. So, Deadpool and Doctor Strange are two of my favorite Marvel heroes of all time, so I've used them a lot over the years, and I can definitely say they're both pretty good in this game. Doctor Strange isn't overpowered by any means, but he definitely has some moves that will give him a chance to hold his own. So what you're seeing there is me using his normal spell, which is like right trigger and A on the controller. I'm also playing on hard mode, I should mention. This is my new game plus playthrough that I'm just starting. So the purple discs that you're seeing are basically his most basic form of energy attack. I can do them over and over and over again by tapping the button. Doctor Strange has health regeneration, which is the purple debuff that you see glowing around everybody on the team's feet. It's the Eye of Agamotto skill, and it is probably one of his best spells. It gives everybody on the team plus health regeneration, and it's a pretty good buff, and it applies to everybody on the team. So here we go. Doctor Strange, one of my favorite things about Doctor Strange that made me fall in love with him in this game is he has such a diverse set of moves. He has moves that will turn people into boxes. He has a move where he summons a bunch of little fairies and they fly around and attack people. He has a move where he teleports. He has all kinds of crazy moves that are just very, very different from one another, where everybody else kind of, most of their moves fall into similar style to some extent. For example, Black Panther, it's all like melee attacks. Hulk, it's all melee attacks. Even the ranged attacks don't feel that creative. Doctor Strange has such crazy moves that are all so different because they're all based on magic. So, the first, like, 6 times I played through this game on my Xbox 360, and this was the first game I got for my Xbox 360, or the second game, one of the two, I don't remember. It was this and Gears of War, and I got Gears of War and this before I actually had a 360. My friend had a 360, so we would buy these games. I would buy these games and then go play at his house. I think I actually bought this one first. Then on the day Gears of War came out, we went to Walmart, left Walmart, came back, and bought Gears of War. The problem was, when we went to buy Gears of War, I remember distinctly we did not have anybody that was over 16 and they wouldn't sell it to us. So we had to drive all the way back to our town, which was next to that town, get our friend, come back, and get him to buy Gears of War. So anyway, this game I had bought on my own. So this is me leveling up. So basically you get skill points and you stick them into these slots. Green requires 1 point to level up, yellow 2, orange 3, and I believe red is 4 or 5, which is the final tier of any spell. I believe that might have been presented differently on the original 360 version. I want to say that on your first playthrough, that bar ends at about 5 or 6 lines. It ends about where the yellow is for Eye of Agamotto. And then I want to say on your second playthrough, the orange ones started down where the green ones were, and they just replaced the green ones and overlapped them. I don't remember it working that way, but I might be thinking of the X-Men Legends games. X-Men Legends games were the predecessor to these games, but they only had X-Men characters. They're brilliant games, and probably someday I'll do a playthrough of them on the GameCube. So, Deadpool is probably the most overpowered character in the entire game. That Blade Cyclone move is probably the most overpowered move in the entire game. If you level up Deadpool right, Blade Cyclone will almost never run out of energy. It does a ton of damage, and it hits people on all sides of you, so it's really, really, really hard for enemies to stop you from using it. If you love Deadpool, that is the move to use. Blade Cyclone eats up almost no energy. It kills enemies super fast because it does so much damage. It is a super OP move that I cannot express highly enough how completely insane it is. So, this is Hulk, and here's my build for him. Fury, which will make him grow and increase pretty much his attack and defense stats. Hulk knockdown, he tackles and like charges out and tackles an enemy, pins him on the ground, beats the shit out of him. Super fun move. And last but not least, up here we're going to do Hulk Stomp. Hulk Stomp will send out a shockwave that will deal damage at a range. So, in the game, you can equip 4 spells or skills to your character. 1 ultimate move, 1 power-up, and then 2 alternate moves. So, when you see me building out a character and I'm only really picking 2 or 3 moves, there's a reason for that. It's because
What do I look like?
it's better to level up 2 or 3 moves that are really, really good and make them even better and really, really awesome than it is to waste them so that you can have all the skills of your character available in the game. So for Doctor Strange, I use his basic purple attack the most. This magic crescent attack, there I go with that. And I use the Eye of Agamotto as his power-up. And then over there on the side, he has a couple other moves that I don't really ever use, so I don't dump skills into them. With Deadpool, I use his dual gun move for a ranged attack, and I use Blade Cyclone for a close attack. That's my 2 attacks. The power-up on him that I have is, I believe, called Battle Cry, and it increases attack damage and speed or something like that, but it's super useful and it far exceeds his other power-up. So, like I said, you basically just want to level up one thing for each of those slots. You want to level up 1 power-up, 2 moves, and your ultimate, in my opinion, doesn't really matter that much. You don't get ultimates that often. You have to earn them.
I went through a phase where I watched a lot of
Basically, kind of like filling up a special meter. So you can only use them once in a great while. And to be honest, most of them aren't that great. It's more beneficial to spend your skill points dumping them into skills that will actually help you constantly rather than skills that will help you once in a blue moon, like your ultimates. I have my ultimates unlocked, but some of them I actually don't have unlocked for specific characters. It just really depends. I think Doctor Strange has his unlocked. I don't think I have Deadpool's unlocked. So, one of the things about Deadpool is, when I'm talking about building out my Deadpool, in the game there are several types of collectibles. There's Danger Room stuff, which are little simulation discs you get. Those are one-off missions you can play through really quick, either with one character by themselves or with a whole team of characters. There are Black Panther and Daredevil action figures. You have to collect those to unlock those 2 characters. And then on top of that, there are skill points that you can pick up throughout the game that will increase certain stats on a character. So here I am going in. There's the stats that I was talking about. If you get a body stat, it will increase the body skills. You can go down there and check out how many points you actually have dumped into it. Or you can just view it in the bar like that. So one of the things with Deadpool is, the first time I play through this game on any of my playthroughs, I'm going to give Deadpool a lot of the upgrades. Deadpool gets really... If you play through the game about 1 time and give Deadpool just about every upgrade you find, he becomes extremely OP. So here's my hero thing. So in the game, it lets you create a custom team of heroes. You can pick who's on that roster. You can mix and match any heroes you want. Basically, your own team of Avengers of whoever you want, and these are the individual team bonuses. Anybody on the team that you are currently using will get these bonuses, and that's what I'm leveling up there. And as you level that up, you can make those bonuses better and better. They are always active, they are passive buffs, and they are super awesome and useful, and I didn't discover them until about my 3rd time through the game. The game never really explicitly gives you a tutorial on how to set up those teams. So, it's something that's pretty easy to miss. So, once you get to a certain spot in the game, you will be able to create a team at a checkpoint. And I think I'm almost at a checkpoint here. This video ends at the very first checkpoint, so this is where we'll call it off for today, folks. I will start to talk more next time. Be sure to check back. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this a 100% playthrough. Anytime I get a collectible, I will tag it in the video, so if you need those tags, just follow my other videos. This video, I did not get any of the collectibles or anything like that. I'm just going to talk a lot of tutorials and a lot of tips while I'm going through this. So here's Nick Fury. He's pretty pissed off because people are attacking the helicarrier.
I have only read the first... I've technically done the audiobooks, but I've done the first one and part of the second one. About half of the second one.
Hello guys, and thank you again for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this part 1 of me playing through Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is one of my favorite games of all time. So please be sure to check back for more awesome content. This is one of the few games I can probably give you guys some awesome and amazing tips on. Thank you so much. If you loved this video, please be sure to like the video and give me a subscribe for more awesome content. Of course it's going to come. I do movie reviews, book reviews, video game reviews, reviews of all kinds because I love to keep myself entertained. Thank you guys for watching. Also, be sure to check me out most mornings on FF Awesome Sauce's morning stream. That's where about 50% of the commentary you heard today came from. So, with that in mind, tune in next time. Keep on smiling and have a great day, folks. SnappyDude out.